Welcome back students to the part 2 of today's session. Let us discuss about the AC voltage applied to an inductor and AC voltage applied to a capacitor. Now, coming to the case of AC applied to an inductor, you know an inductor is nothing but a coil of wire, and we have discussed that the voltage drop or the EMF across an inductor is L into di by dt. So let the applied AC voltage across the inductor be V equivalent to Vm sin omega t. Then we know it will produce an EMF of L into di by dt across the inductor. And applying Kirchhoff's loop rule, we get the total sum of voltages along a closed loop, across a closed loop, must be equivalent to 0. That is, V minus VL must be equivalent to 0. So, V plus C equivalent to 0 or V minus L into di by dt is equivalent to 0. Or we can write V equivalent to L into di by dt, or di by dt is equivalent to V by L. Substituting for V as V0 sin omega t, we get di by dt is equivalent to V0 sin omega t by L. Or we can write di is equivalent to V0 sin omega t by L into dt. Integrating both sides, we have integral of di, which is I, which is equivalent to V0 by L into integral sin omega t dt, which is equal to V0 by L into minus cos omega t by omega. So we can write I is equivalent to minus V0 by L omega into cos omega t. We know sin 90 minus theta is equivalent to cos theta. So we can write I is equivalent to minus V0 by L omega into sin pi by 2 minus omega t. Or I is equivalent to V0 by XL into sin omega t minus pi by 2. That is, they have taken the negative sign inside the brackets. Or sin of minus theta is equivalent to minus sin theta. Here XL is equivalent to L omega, which is known as inductive reactance. In short, we can write the instantaneous current I is equivalent to I0 sin omega t minus pi by 2. Here I0 or Im is equivalent to the peak value of the alternating current, and the applied voltage is V equivalent to V0 sin omega t. From equation 2 and 3, it is clear that the AC lags behind the voltage by a phase difference of pi by 2, or the current is lagging behind the applied voltage by a phase difference of pi by 2 radians. Now let us calculate the instantaneous power in the case of an inductor in an AC circuit. So applying the equation for power, P is equivalent to VI. Substituting the values, we will get PL is equivalent to integral of I0 V0 sin omega t cos omega t dt. We know sin 2 theta is equivalent to 2 sin theta cos theta. So replacing sin theta cos theta by sin 2 theta by 2, we get PL is equivalent to V0 I0 integral sin 2 omega t by 2 dt. Taking the average of the power, average of sin 2 omega t over a complete cycle will be 0. So the instantaneous power supplied by an inductor in an AC circuit will be 0. These are the phasor diagram and graphical representation of an AC applied to an inductor. In the case of figure A, which is a phasor diagram, we have to draw the current lagging behind the applied voltage by a phase difference of 90 degree. The length of vector V must be greater than the length of vector I. In the graphical representation, applied voltage is denoted by the blue curve, while the current, instantaneous current, is shown by gray dotted lines. The amplitude of current must be lower, and also it must be in the negative maximum when the voltage is 0. Now let us consider the case of a pure capacitive circuit which is in series with an AC source. Let the applied voltage be V equivalent to Vm sin omega t. Then we know I will be equivalent to dq by dt. Q is replaced by C into V. So applying the equation, I is equivalent to C into dV by dt. Substituting for V as Vm sin omega t, we get I is equivalent to C into d by dt of Vm sin omega t, which is equivalent to C omega into Vm into cos omega t. Cos omega t is written in the form of sin omega t plus pi by 2, which is equivalent to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2, where Im is equivalent to C omega into Vm. In this case, the current is leading the applied voltage by a phase difference of 90 degree, or we can say the voltage is lagging behind the current by a phase difference of pi by 2 radians. The instantaneous power supplied to a capacitor is given by P is equivalent to Vi, which is Im cos omega t into Vm sin omega t. As in the previous case, 2 sin theta cos theta can be replaced by sin 2 theta. If we are taking the average power, then the average of sin 2 omega t over a complete cycle is 0. So the average instantaneous power supplied to the capacitor will be 0. Now coming to the phasor diagram and graphical representation of an AC applied to a capacitor. Considering figure A, that is the phasor diagram, we can see that the current I is leading the applied voltage by a phase difference of pi by 2. The length of vector I must be smaller than vector V since the value of current is smaller. In the graphical representation, that is figure B, V or the applied voltage is shown by the blue curve. The current I is shown by the gray dotted lines. We know when the voltage starts increasing, already the current is leading the applied voltage by pi by 2. That is, it will be having its positive maximum when the voltage starts increasing from 0. Hope you might have got an idea about AC voltage applied to an inductor and a capacitor and the average power dissipated by the circuits containing a pure inductor or a pure capacitor. Thank you, dear students.